Our psalm this week is Psalm 86. And we are told here at the beginning of this psalm in the heading that this psalm is actually a prayer of David. And we've seen plenty of David's psalms and some of his prayers. This is a prayer for mercy, praying to God for mercy, for help, for saving, and acknowledging God and His great mercy, that there is none like God, there is no one like God who can save. And so let's read this together and think about our own lives and how we need to and can pray these same things today for ourselves. He says, beginning in verse 1, "Bow down your ear, O Lord, hear me, for I am poor and needy." David acknowledging his need for God. We have that same need for God. Bow down your ear, O Lord. Please hear me. I am poor. I am needy. Preserve my life, for I am holy. You are my God. Save your servant who trusts in you. Be merciful to me, O Lord, for I cry to you all day long. Rejoice the soul of your servant, for to you, O Lord, I lift up my soul. For you, Lord, are good and ready to forgive and abundant in mercy to all those who call upon you. And David knows that. That's why he confidently prays to God, calls to God, asking for help, for mercy, for saving. He is striving to be holy as God is holy. He says, "You are my God. I'm your servant. Please save your servant. I'm crying to you. Please rejoice my soul. I lift up my soul to you. Lord, you are good. You are I love verse 5. God, he says, David knows this of God, that God is ready to forgive, that God is abundant in mercy to all who call upon him. And that's what we need to know too, that God is ready to forgive. God wants to forgive. He is abundant in mercy. He goes on to say, "Give ear, O Lord, to my prayer, and attend to the voice of my supplications. In the day of my trouble, I will call upon you, for you will answer me." That's his hope and his confidence in the Lord, that in the day of trouble, I will pray to God. God will hear me. God will help me. God will answer me. And then he says, "Among the gods, there is none like you, O Lord, nor are there any works like your works. All nations whom you have made shall come and worship before you, O Lord, and shall glorify your name. For you are great and do wondrous things. You alone are God," he says. He acknowledges God and his works and his power and his glory. There is none like God. You alone are God, he says, who are great and do wonderful things. So, verse 11, "Teach me your way, O Lord," he says. "Teach me your way, O Lord. I will walk in your truth. Unite my heart to fear your name." Teach me your way. I'll walk in your truth. Make my heart to fear your name. I will praise you, verse 12. "I will praise you, O Lord, my God, with all my heart, and I will glorify your name forevermore. For great is your mercy toward me, and you have delivered my soul from the depths of Sheol, from the grave." Lord, you have delivered me. Your mercy has been great. I will glorify you. I will praise you. I'll follow you. Teach me your way. I'll walk in your way. And I will praise you, my God. And then he says, verse 14, really. "O God, the proud have risen against me. A mob of violent men have sought my life, and have not set you before them." So he seems to be mindful of what he's going through and being threatened and persecuted by evil men, by people who are wanting to do David harm and wrong. But you, O Lord, are a God full of compassion and gracious, long-suffering, abundant in mercy and truth. O turn to me and have mercy on me. Give your strength to your servant and save the son of your maidservant. Show me a sign for good, that those who hate me may see it and be ashamed, because you, Lord, have helped me and comforted me. David knows that God is his source of strength and hope and salvation with what he's facing. He goes to God for strength, for mercy, for grace, for help, for saving, because he knows there is none like God. Only God can truly save and help and guide and lead. And so he knows that God is abundant in mercy, compassion, love, that God will hear, God will help, God will save. We've got to know that too, still today. To know that God is still abundant in mercy, that God is ready to forgive, that God wants to help us. He has long-suffering, abundant in mercy and truth, gracious, compassionate. And we need to pray to God for forgiveness and for help and for guidance and for saving. And with that faith and confidence that David prayed like this, we need to pray in that same faith and confidence to God today. So let's think on that this week. Let's think about this psalm. Let's think about the abundant mercy and love of God and how he's ready to hear, ready to heal, ready to save, ready to help, to strengthen, to comfort. Rely on him. There is none like God. God bless.